Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
22! Hey, South! Hey, wait.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Corey Peters able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, gun. Hey, South! All day, every day, any day.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, Dorsett. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't have much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
22! 11! Gun! Hey, express! There you go!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. On second down, Rosen forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Detroit!
Rosen will throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Rosen. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Screenplay, Johnson. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Gun! 11. 5. Let him go.
On 1st down, Ryan. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Nelson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! Gun!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And Jones has it over the middle. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Detroit.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, now look at 56.
On play action, Rosen being chased out left. Caught by Nelson left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Here we go.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Rosen trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he fires one, but incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Back now in Atlanta. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Coleman now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They will run again with Coleman, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Ryan. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Rosen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps, but a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
You know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Coleman. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Philip Dorsett with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him a gain of 37. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, pressure there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Falcons, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.